Again, good morning. For today, we will discuss the spiritual self. So kung last time pinag-usapan natin ng material na self, ngayon naman punta tayo sa mas intangible na part ng self natin, which is yung spiritual. So, di naman natin to frame as something na mas importante yung isa sa isa kasi they have their own place in our self, no? Importante sa atin yung material self, yung katawang lupa natin, kumbaga, no? Yung mga katawang lupa natin, yung mga desire natin, yung mga pangangailangan natin na physical, no, na material kasi kung wala yung mga yan hindi masaya yung buhay. But at the same time, it's not only the thing that we need in this world. We also need some things that are intangible, some things that are beyond ourselves, no? Kumbaga mas malaki kaysa sa mga sarili natin. And dun papasok si spiritual self. So, spiritual self, let me make this clear, it's not just about religion, but of course, it's a big part. But of course, there are some people who have no religion and there are some people who have different religions. So, hindi naman ibig sabihin na magkaiba kayo na relihiyon, magkaiba kayo na spiritualidad. I mean, that's possible, but I mean, parang hindi naman ibig sabihin na, for example, yung isa iba yung relihiyon niya, parang mas better yung spiritual life mo because you have this certain kind of religion. That's not how it works, okay? So, spiritual self is also there. It's also an important part of our life. So we have to talk about it then. Okay? So, ano ba yung laman ng ating lecture? So, what are learning outcomes? So, at the end of the chapter, you're able to demonstrate understanding of the spiritual self, explain the importance of spirituality in one's life, discuss how spirituality is connected to religion, how spirituality develops, and different spiritual beliefs of indigenous people in the Philippines. Okay? So, first, we have to talk about spirituality. So, the root meaning of spirituality is taken from the Latin word spiritus, meaning breath or life force. No? For a long time, maraming sinasabi or maraming mga hinuha regarding sa buhay natin. No? What makes a person alive? No? Pag sinabi nilang tao kasi, no, parang kakaiba siya kumpara sa mga ibang hayop kasi parang yung mga ibang hayop, they seem to have life, no, but different yung life ng tao. It seems like meron pang something beyond the physical realm yung mga tao. And dun na parang nag-conclude or hindi naman, nag-hypothesize yung mga sinaunang tao na parang baka merong something na hindi physical sa mga tao, something the ideal, something na nagbibigay uniqueness sa ating existence, and doon nila inattribute nila yon sa spirituality or sa spirito ng isang tao. So spirituality can be understood as a search for a sacred, a process through which people seek to discover, hold on to, and when necessary, transform whatever they hold sacred in their lives. So sacred, ito yung parang mga holy things, no, na inaano natin, di naman sinasamba pero more like pinahahalagahan. Okay? So yung mga kunyari sa mga religion, 'di ba? Yung mga sacraments. Those are sacred ceremonies. And then yung mga ano bang tawag doon sa mga tools ba? Basta yung mga paraphernalia, religious paraphernalia. Those are also sacred things for the religion or for the members of those religion. So the sacred could refer to God and transcendence. So the sacred, hindi naman siya required na dapat God lagi, pero it could refer to God or transcendence. Siguro makikita nyo naman to, no? Kasi there are some people who regard some of their material things as sacred, no? For example, yung mga taong collectors. Yung mga collectors na yan, banal yung mga kinokolekta ng mga yan, no? Meron niya akong na yung mga nagko-collect ng photocard, di ba? Pag hinahawakan yung photocard, may certain way kung paano hawakan yung photocard para hindi malukot, para hindi ma-damage, no? For some, para lang hindi bumaba yung value ng photocard kasi alam niyo naman, no, pag medyo may lukot na yung photocard, mahirap yun ibenta sa Shopee. Pero yung iba talagang gusto lang talaga nilang maging maayos yung photocard nila. So people have their own sacred things, no? And one can even argue that yung mga fandom natin are also part of our spirituality because it's It's something that we hold sacred. It's something that we hold on to. It's something that we want to discover more. Di ba? Pag nagkaroon ka ng bagong fandom mo, parang talagang isa-search mo sino yung mga members, no? Ano yung mga ginagawa ng mga members, yung mga buhay ng mga members. Di ba? You are holding on to that idea, no? And then when necessary, it can transform even your life. Diba? Natatransform ng mga fandom natin yung mga buhay natin. So in a way, no, yung mga fandom na yan, it's sort of part of our spirituality if we will take to heart yung mga meaning ng spirituality. But of course, it can also refer to religion and God. Okay? Ayoko na lang i-discuss masyado syempre yung obvious. So, di-discuss natin yung ibang implications pa. Okay? So the term spirituality originally developed in early Christianity. So Christians use this term spirit to describe the Holy Spirit. So in Christian ethics, the experience of the sacred is characterized by reverence, faith, fear, trust, love, and admiration, which is intimately connected to God. So this is already, kumbaga, for a long time in our life, no, na-indoctrinate na tayo with regards to Christian ethics. So I will not really emphasize more yung ng Christian ethics. So worship is regarded as an essential act to realize the ultimate meaning of transcendence in human life. So worship is the act of parang expressing our faith, our fear, our trust, our love and admiration to the higher being that we chose to believe in. Okay? So of course, yung worship na yan, it doesn't only apply again to God. It can also be applied to nature. No, it can also be applied to ancestors. It can also be applied to your fandom again. Okay, kasi titignan nyo, wala naman masyadong, di naman. Kumbaga, there are some similarities with regards sa pagiging religious and pagiging fanatic or pagiging fan, di ba? Actually, sinabing mayroong mga iba, mga religious fanatic, no? But what I'm saying is they have the same concept. Merong mga objects of sacredness, no? May mga sacred objects, sacred people na wino-worship yung mga fandom and yung mga religion. So and then those can give meaning to the life of the worshipper, and they act or they do some acts that serve as a worship for that higher being or for that person or for that group. Diba? So, wala lang. Gusto ko lang pakita na hindi lang kumbaga pwede pa nating ma-apply yung term na spirituality and other things. Okay? So, acts of worship may include prayer, reading the Bible, attending sacraments, and of course, doing sacrifices. Through acts of faith, hope, and love, man is able to encounter God and understand God's word of salvation. So again, most religion are doing this. No, meron silang mga prayers, meron silang mga sacred texts. No, in the case of Christianity, there's the Bible. In case of the Jew, merong Torah, if I'm not mistaken. And then sa mga Muslim, meron silang ano kasi yung pangalan? Quran, di ba? Tapos sa mga Indian or sa mga Hindu, meron silang Vedas, di ba? Sa mga monks, meron silang mga books. Ewan ko, marami kasi sa mga monks, sa mga Buddhist. Actually, in Buddhist, very flexible naman sila. No? Hindi sila namimili talaga ng mga books na dapat ito lang basahin. Hindi sila ganun. Parang sila nga gusto nila basahin mo lahat. Kahit hindi related sa Buddhism, parang ganun. So, and then of course, doing sacrifices. So, sacrifices can include tithes, no? Offering, fasting, ano pa ba, yung mga sacrifice. No? Maraming mga sacrifice na pwedeng gawin. Yung may iba, penitensya, di ba? So, yun. So, through these acts of faith, no, they are able to encounter God and God's word for salvation. Okay? But again, other people, no, most people, especially here in the Philippines, have their faith. But there are some, no? There are some people who do not really have their religion. So, paano yun? Kung wala kang religion, paano magiging spiritual ang isang tao? Possible ba yun? Mamaya pag-usapan natin. So, the spiritual self is the aspect of the self that is the inner essence or the part of the self that connects the person to the sacred, the supernatural, and the universe. So, people develop spirituality through interaction, observation, and imitation. The family, the school, the church, and the church play a very important role in child spiritual development. So, one of my difficulty in explaining spiritual self is that parang it really varies from person to person. No, there are some people who are very highly spiritual, meaning they connect themselves to the sacred, to the supernatural, and the universe more so than other people. And then there are some na hindi naman sila spiritual. Kumbaga, they are very grounded on the material plane, on the reality. No, na nandun sila. For example, yun nga, yung mga tinatawag nilang materialistic na pinapahalagahan yung mga material na bagay. Kasi for them, that is more important than other aspects of the self, which is of course the spiritual self. Kasi di ko alam, no? Kasi siguro ganun sila pinalaki or ganun, meron sila mga naging experience that led them to have that kind of belief. No? But spirituality kasi, it is develop yan through interaction, through observation, and through, of course, imitation. Di ba? Nung bata naman tayo, minsan clueless tayo bakit ginagawa ng mga magulang natin yung pagdadasal. Di ba? And then, of course, explain nila. Tapos, observe natin. And then, of course, makipag-participate tayo, we interact with it. And then, eventually, we will learn spirituality through those activities. No? So, the family, the school, and the church play a very big role in the spiritual development of a child. No? Usually kung anong religion ng mga parents, usually yun din yung nagiging religion ng mga anak. Pero hindi laging ganun. Kasi there's some factors that can really alter the development of the spiritual self of a child. So the importance of understanding and nurturing the spiritual self. So understanding and nurturing the spiritual self is as important as other aspects of the self. Understanding and developing awareness of the spiritual self gives the person a feeling of oneness with God and the universe. So it also gives a deeper meaning or purpose of one's life. So ito siguro yung one of the main contributions ng spiritual self, deeper purpose and meaning in one's life. Kasi ultimately, if you haven't noticed yet, life is meaningless. Walang meaning yung buhay kung hindi mo i-attach yung sarili mo into something bigger, or so some people thought, or most people think, no? Na parang ganun. So, marami sa mga tao ang nurture nila yung kanilang spiritual self so that mahanap nila kung ano ba talaga ang purpose nila sa buhay, ano ba yung meaning ng buhay nila. And usually this yearning for meaning is parang inborn sa atin yan, no? Parang genetically speaking, we are programmed, no, to seek our meaning, to seek our purpose, to seek the meaning of our existence, no? So sa lahat daw, or this is actually psychologically proven that most people really do want to have this they want to make sense of their life. And one way to make sense of a person's life is to actually nurture their spiritual self. Again, spiritual self is not only exclusive for religious people. Ito kasi yung laging na misconstrue or parang kino-conflate kasi lagi ang spirituality sa religion. And actually that's true naman kasi most of the people who are very religious are very spiritual din. But there are some people who are very spiritual but not really religious, no? Maraming magtatanong, lalo na yung mga matatanda, bakit gano'n? Parang di naman yata tama yon, or sasabihin pa nga ng iba parang hindi naman posible yon. Actually, that's possible. It's possible for one person to have their spiritual self, to have their meaning in life, to have their purpose in life, even without religion. How is that? So, imbis na ilalagay nila sa religion, imbis na ibibigay nila sa God yung kanilang worship, yung kanilang sacred things, ibibigay nila sa real world. Sa mundong ibabaw nila ilalagay or i-attach yung meaning nila sa buhay. O kaya naman sila mismo ang gagawa ng meaning nila sa buhay without the help of religion. Okay? Of course, pag may religion, madali. No? Kumbaga, na yan curated na. Parang bibigyan ka na lang, ito yung meaning ng life mo. So, iba-iba yan based sa religion. No? Ito yung meaning ng life. The meaning of your life is to worship God. The meaning of life is to be good person. No? The meaning of life is to be like that. But of course, hindi mo naman kailangan talaga yon. I mean, di mo kailangan ng libro para masabing ito yung purpose ng buhay mo. There are some people who are like that. They don't need anyone telling them what is the meaning of life. They want to create their own meaning. Diba? So it's possible. Okay, it's possible for a person to become spiritual, but at the same time not religious. In the same way that a person can become religious but not spiritual. Diba? May mga ganun yung simba-simba, after magsimba, mumurahin yung ah, mga apo or mga anak or mga nakapaligid sa kanya. After niya magdasal-dasal, after niya magmisa, uuwi, papagalitan lahat. Tote ako, pamig siya. Diba? So, religious yung taong yan, but spirituality-wise, I don't think that person is spiritual. So, the reverse is also true. A person can become spiritual while not being religious. The same way that religious people can become not spiritual. Okay? Nagets nyo ba?
Yes
Yes
po.
po.
Okay. So I think na ano naman yun, nakikita nyo naman yun via experience, di ba? And there are some people who have no religion that are mas mas matino pang tao minsan, di ba? Sa mga iba, di ba? Kumbaga, ang point ko dito is spirituality doesn't need religion. Okay, but religion needs spirituality for it to become legit. Okay? So, yan. All religions recognize the importance of spirituality in one's life, and spirituality is connected with religion. As I've mentioned, to know God is the central function of religion. So, actually, the central function of religion is to organize people through God. So, tama naman siguro. Okay. So, religious beliefs and practices make people closer to God. This is actually true because sa mga sa mga traditions, sa mga religious traditions natin, like Christmas, no, Santa Cruzan, Fiesta, itong mga activities na to, they originated from religious beliefs, and they are activities that really promote social interaction, no? Nagpo-promote siya ng pagkakaisa sa mga tao. So yun pa yung isa sigurong ng religion, very isang purpose or isang function ng religion, which is to talagang promote camaraderie, promote social interaction, promote social engagement among people. So that's why it's religion is also one of the most important aspects of a person's life. But again, as I've mentioned, no, hindi naman talaga requirement yun, but it's a plus. Okay, because there are some countries that has no really walang religion. Example, Spain. Yung Spain ngayon, di siya religious na country. But it still works, di ba? In fact, ang Spain ang nagdala sa atin ng religion. Pero di na sila religious. So, pero nag-work pa din sila as a nation, di ba? So, what does that mean is that religion, for all its benefits, of course, hindi siya talaga required for something na, kumbaga, people can choose their own religion, no? Wala namang masama sa religion talaga. Pero sana din walang masama sa pagkakaroon ng walang religion. Okay. So, yun. Because spirituality is not connected. Spirituality is connected with religion, but it doesn't need to. Okay. So, speaking of meaning in life, no, in religion and spirituality, logotherapy, or the search for meaning in life. Logotherapy is the therapy proposed by Viktor Frankl. So si Viktor Frankl ay isang victim ng Holocaust. So ang Holocaust, if you're not familiar, during World War II, Mr. Adolf Hitler killed millions of Jews by making them work in concentration camps and then randomly killing them. No, if that person or that Jew is not functioning well, no? Kunyari meron siyang sakit, meron siyang disability, ayun, igagas nila. Or minsan minsan random lang talaga. So si Viktor Frankl is napunta siya sa mga concentration camps na yon. And then doon niya na-develop yung basic tenets of logotherapy. Kasi just imagine the dread of wanting to die but you cannot, 'di ba? And yun nga, parang tino-torture sila doon, pinagtatrabaho sila ng walang bayad, no, and so on. So Frankl embraced both the bright and dark sides of human existence and believed that human sufferings could contribute to human achievement and meaning in life. Actually, this is one of my influences, no, in my own philosophy. Kaya lagi kong sinasabi, life is suffering, no. So isa si Viktor Frankl sa mga nag-propose nun. Although may mga nauna sa kanya like si Nietzsche, and even of course si Buddha, di ba? Na suffering, no? Suffering, human suffering or life is actually suffering. And actually this suffering is not necessarily a bad thing. Actually, it can help you achieve your own meaning in life. No? Parang, what? Sir, napanyabyan mo na. Ano pinagsasabi nito? Bakit suffering tapos meaning in life? Mamaya, no? Tingnan natin. So logotherapy is the pursuit of human existence as well as man's search for such a meaning. So logos denotes meaning. So meaning therapy. So in logotherapy, man can discover the meaning in life in 3 different ways: by doing a deed, by experiencing a value, and by suffering. Okay? So during his stay or during his suffering sa kamay ng mga Nazi, si Viktor Frankl parang na-observe niya, no, kung sino yung mga taong magsa-survive, yung mga taong magtatagal dun sa concentration camp na yun, and sa yung mga taong feeling niya hindi magtatagal. So paano niya paano niya sabi kung magtatagal ba yung isang tao or hindi? Sabi niya yung mga taong wala ng meaning sa buhay, no, hindi na nila sinisik yung meaning nila, yung meaning ng suffering nila, sila usually daw yung unang namamatay. Pero yung mga taong sinisik pa rin yung meaning nila, no, kahit sa mga suffering na dinadanas nila, then sila yung mga nagsasurvive. So parang doon niya na in suffering, we find meaning. Kasi usually, ang sinasabi lang, paano mo mahahanap yung meaning ng buhay mo? So yung usual na way is actually to do something. No? When you're doing something, you find meaning in that something. For example, in teaching. So teaching is a deed. And some people find meaning in teaching. No? O kaya naman by becoming a mother, becoming a father. Diba? Being a father, being a mother is a deed. You always do something for that. Diba? Or experiencing a value. Experiencing a value, let's say for example, kailangan ka ng ibang tao. No? Kailangan ka ng ibang tao, that is a meaning in life. Kailangan ka ng ibang tao kasi ginagawa mo ito para sa kanila. Kailangan ka ng ibang tao kasi they think or they feel secure with you. That is meaning in life. So these two, ito yung mga common ways of seeking meaning in your life. But also, sabi ni Frankl, suffering. In suffering, we can find meaning because we always have a choice to end our suffering. No, I will not mention how, no, but there's a choice, no, on how to end your suffering, diba? And bakit di natin chino-choose na i-end yung suffering natin? Because in that suffering, sometimes deep within us, no, we know why we want to suffer. You know? For example, in teaching, teaching is suffering. Why is it suffering? You teach, you put, you give grades to people, to students, and then some students will magreklamo, bakit ganito lang po yung grade ko, sir? Ganyan. Tapos magbibigay ka ng consideration, no? Magbibigay ka ng consideration sa kanila, and then sasabihin nila inconsiderate ka, di ba? O kaya naman, magpe-prepare ka ng syllabus, magpe-prepare ka ng lessons, magpe-prepare ka ng quizzes, magpe-prepare ka ng exams. And then, yun. Di ba? Suffering yun. You can choose not to do that. But why are you still doing that? Because it's something that really, it's something na parang gusto mong gawin, even though it's suffering. Then, in suffering, no, you are suffering for that kind of activity. You're suffering for that kind of a life because you find meaning in that suffering. You want to still go on because in that activity, in that doing something, you experience value. No? And when you experience that value, when you do that something, you suffer. And still, you want to do it because that is something very important to you. That is something that brings meaning to your life. So in suffering, we find meaning. Okay? Kasi we always have a choice not to suffer. But we suffer it because we find it important. We find it valuable. And because it's valuable, we do something for it. And when we do something for it, we suffer from it. Okay, so that's how logotherapy, or that's how one can find meaning in one's life. Okay? So, nagets nyo ba? Nag-make sense ba ako?
Yes po.
Okay, sige. So, of course, that's not the only way to find meaning in life. No, some people, again, as I've mentioned, they find meaning in life through religion. Some people find meaning in life through their suffering, and some people are actually giving up, no, in finding meaning and just accept how meaninglessness is the norm in the world. So, ang tawag doon is absurdism. Okay, so kasi ako subscriber ako ng medyo napupunta na ako sa absurdism, no? Kasi meaning in life, what does meaning in life mean? Meaning in life means that your life has a purpose. Your life is significant. So ibig sabihin meron siyang value. And then of course it makes sense. No? Dapat nagme-make sense ang buhay kasi pag for example, pag binigyan mo ng meaning yung isang word, nagme-make sense ng word. So pag binigyan mo ng meaning yung buhay, nagme-make sense yung buhay. Pero kung nabubuhay na kayo ng medyo matagal-tagal sa mundo, mapapansin nyo na hindi nagme-make sense ang buhay. Bakit maraming nangyaring masamang bagay sa mga mababait na tao? Bakit maraming mabubuting or mabagagandang bagay ang nangyari sa mga masamang tao? Bakit tayo naghihirap? Bakit merong mga taong mayaman? Merong mga taong mahirap? Ba't merong mga taong masama? Merong mga taong mabuti? Bakit mas mayaman yung kapitbahay mo kaysa sa'yo kahit mas masipag ka naman sa kanya? Bakit yung isa, meron siya magandang trabaho, ikaw wala? Diba? Doesn't make sense. Life doesn't make sense. And some people, those who subscribe sa absurdism, no, they embrace the absurdity of life. Bakit pa ako nabuhay? Ano bang meron? Diba? Di ba pwedeng wala na lang? Why is there something instead of nothing? Kasi kung wala naman, kung nothing lang, di na ako magsasuffer. Di ba? Pero nandito ako, nagsasuffer ako. Para saan? Diba absurd? So some people embrace that kind of thinking that life is meaningless. So just roll with it and then try to do something that will make your time worth living. Diba? Ang weird ng meaning in life. So as I've mentioned, no, religion or spirituality can give that meaning, but not all the time. Some people are very stubborn with their way of life. So they are not satisfied with their religion and therefore find something more, no? Find something else. And I hope, no, if you see some person or some people who are like that, no, wag natin silang i-judge na pag walang religion, agad-agad masamang tao. Maraming mga taong religious pero masama silang tao. Diba? At the same time, maraming mga taong walang religion pero hindi naman sila masamang tao. Pero hindi rin sila mabait. Diba? Alam niyo yun, life doesn't make sense. It's absurd. So sometimes we just have to accept how absurd life is. And in that way, we find meaning in life. So yun yung mga ways on how to find meaning in your life. So there is the normal way, no, which is to look for it in religion. There is the suffering way, look for logotherapy, and there is the weird way, which is yung absurdism, proposed by Albert Camus, no, and other existentialist people. Nietzsche. Okay? Yun lang, no? Nagbababble na ako, sorry. Nag-enjoy lang ako pag pinag-uusapan yung meaning in life. Next is belief in spirit. So spirituality is also associated with animism. So animism is a form of religion. So as the child embodies spiritual beliefs about God and the sacred, it also includes the primitive concept about animism. So this animism, or the belief that creatures, objects, and places possess spirits. So animism, this is the first religion of our country. It is where, ito nga yung sinasabi ko, that our indigenous or our ancestors worship the sun, worship the nature, worship mountains, worship rivers, and so on. Because they believe that everything in our world has their own spirits. Okay? Meron ng mga spirito ang lahat ng mga bagay sa mundo. So despite all the scientific progress and technological advancement, existence of animism still remains, no? Di lang animism, pati yung mga ibang religion, if sasama mo dito. Just to be a disclaimer lang, sinundan namin dun yung pinagkuhanan ko nito, sinundan namin yung nasa book. But of course, hindi naman lahat ng nasa book kailangan mo mag-agree. No, sometimes I put some of my own opinions. But I'm clarifying naman kung opinion ko na lang to or hindi. But hindi nito, medyo nawi-weirdown ako dito. Despite all scientific progress and technological advancement, existence of animism still remains. Parang sinasabi na yung animism is primitive, when in fact kung compare mo naman sa mga ibang religion, para-parehas lang naman sila. Wala lang masyadong pinagkaiba. Ang pinagkaiba lang sa animism yung nature yung bina-worship. Sa mga ibang religion, mga figures, mga tao, or mga god. Some would even argue that nature is God. Parang ang condescending ng book dito. So among the sources of animism is ignorance or among sources of animism is ignorance or lack of education, especially in distant and isolated places. So medyo ang religionist, di ba? Yung parang sinasabi na yung animism is lower form of religion. No, it's not. It's a religion. why are we judging it that lack of education is ang dami naman mga religious na may lack of education. Ang daming religion na gano'n, di ba? Bakit nila inaaway ang animism, di ba? Tapos the other source of animism is the lack of faith in God. They are worshiping the nature. For them, nature is God. Sorry. Pag tinidiscuss ko talaga, natitrigger ako. Bakit yung inaaway yung animism? It's a legitimate religion, diba? Why are we judging it? No, it's the same as discriminating people because of their religion. It's not like that. Animism is actually one of the oldest religion, and I think one of the religion that really defined our culture, no, and other people's culture. Diba? It's just weird. So however, one must admit, ito naman, kumambyo naman, however, one must admit that there are forces in this world that are unusual and cannot be explained by science or modern technology. Kasi religion thrive on this saying. No? Kaya ang tawag doon is God of the gaps argument. So if there's something that science cannot explain, therefore God. Alam niyo yun, di ba? Pag hindi na-explain ng science, hindi na-explain ng technology, yan, si God ang gumawa doon. Pero unti-unti nauubos na yung mga gaps na yun. ano lang ako dito sa ng book, sa tirada ng book regarding sa animism, no. But of course, animism is still a religion, and some people, not only in the Philippines, still practice animism, and there's nothing wrong with practicing your own religion, no. I hope you get what I mean, no? Para medyo condescending kasi ang way ng pag-describe sa animism. When in fact, animism is still a religion. Animism is a way of life for some people. So we have no right, no, to judge if religion or this religion is a good religion or a bad religion. As I've mentioned, religions are all good, generally speaking. Pero syempre, it's on moderation. Kasi pag sumobra yan, ayan, malalaman nyo yung history ng Catholic Church nung medieval century. Pag sumobra ang power na ibibigay mo sa isang grupo ng mga tao, especially sa religion, it can wreak some havoc in the history of humankind. So, religion on moderation, actually, it has noble causes. Religion really help people develop their spiritual self, their sense of meaning in life, their purpose in life, no? Yun ang parang main function ng religion, to give people their meaning, to give people something that is more that's something more compared to them, kumbaga something bigger that they can aspire to. So that is the purpose of religion, and that the main purpose of religion is to nurture the spiritual self of a person. But again, hindi naman usually, kumbaga, there are some people who opt not to use religion to find or to nurture their spiritual life. There are some alternatives to religion. Okay? So yung alternatives to the religion, it doesn't necessarily mean naman na masama agad yun. But of course, there are some alternatives to religion that can be harmful. Like for example, drugs. Okay? Some people worship drugs. So they want they want it, and then their drug taking is a form of worshiping that drug. So that is a bad alternative. But there are some other ways, no, like for example, reading more about the history, reading more about human suffering, human behavior, human thinking, no, reading more about everything, science. Even some people find meaning in science. Okay, some people find meaning in the universe by studying the rules of nature. Diba? So there are alternatives. Okay, and there's no one thing that will really that we can really determine. Kumbaga parang wala namang isang way na tama. Kasi depende talaga yan sa tao. Kasi may mga tao na hindi nagwo-work para sa kanilang science. May mga tao na hindi nagwo-work para sa kanilang religion. No? But it doesn't necessarily say that that person is good or that person is bad. So what I'm saying here is that our spiritual self is a very important part of ourself, and there are a lot of ways on nurturing, on developing spiritual self, and we do not have to judge a person on the way he wants or he or she wants to develop or nurture his or her spiritual self, because after all, we're all humans. We have our needs, we have our wants, we have our own histories, we have our own way of life. So, as long as hindi naman pumapatay ng tao, yung taong yun, hayaan mo siya sa relihiyon niya. Hayaan mo siya sa spiritualidad niya. Hayaan mo siya sa gusto niyang gawin. Okay? So, because spirituality is really a personalized part of ourselves. Same naman sa mga ibang bagay. Okay? So, with that, do you have any questions with regards sa spiritual selves, finding meaning in life, and animism?
Wala po, sir.
Wala. Okay. Sige. So, kung wala na kayong tanong, I will end the recording.